Hello to all of my peeps. It's so good to see you here today from my chair, episode 115. We are in the process of discussing building better relationships. And we're talking about what to do with what we know. We've been talking about all of these boxes and personalities and all of that. But now, what are we supposed to do with all of that? What are we supposed to, how are we supposed to translate that into helping people and my relationships with other people? Well, first of all, I told you it should change how we give love and how we receive love. And then number two, we talked about what I have learned should ignite greater compassion for others and for myself. Greater compassion. And then three, what we discussed a little bit last week, this knowledge should give us some needed tools to build better relationships. Needed tools, all right? All right, here we go. The next few lessons, I'm going to give you some insight, okay? Some very special insight into what your peep needs from you. Okay, so get the picture. No matter what your personality box is, okay? I'm going to help you. I'm going to take each box and show us what your peep needs. And then let me say this. When I say your peep in these lessons, it's just a quick, easy way to lump everybody into one pot. Everybody in your scope of influence, your relationship realm, people. It could be your spouse, it could be your children, it could be people at work, it could be your bestie, it could be relatives, anybody in your realm of influence, in your scope of influence. I'm going to lump them in with the words your peep. So just kind of I need to give you that little bit of segue before we start. So basically, no matter what my personality box is, I've told you over and over and over again that my personal personality box is a 1. And I'm a 1 box. I want to know how to deal with and how to handle and build better relationships with people that are not 1 box peeps. I can understand my own. I can understand my personality box because that's who I am. I want to understand the other ones and build better relationships with the other boxes, other personalities. So how can I build a better relationship? And today we're going to start with 1 boxes, 1 box peeps. We're just going to start at the beginning. Instead of starting with 8, we're just going to start at the beginning with 1. How can I build better relationships with my 1 box peeps? I have 3 tools. I'm just going to give you 3. 3 per box. Just 3, only 3. So just hang with me. In the next few weeks, I'm going to give you 3 tools. 3 tools to build better relationships. And today we're going to tackle 1 box and 2 box peeps. So our first tool is this. Let's talk. My first tool for a 1 box peep, and again, these are close to my heart because I am a 1 box. It's a communication tool. So first tool, you ready? I want to build a better relationship with my 1 box peep. Here's this. Number 1. Your 1 box peep does not enjoy your teasing, your curt remarks, or your critical words. They don't. They don't. They don't enjoy it when you tease them. They do not enjoy it when you're critical. They do not enjoy those curt remarks that you hand them. In fact, they are very sensitive to criticism. We, as a 1 box peep, I can say I am very sensitive to criticism. When you need to point out a mistake to your 1 box peep, consider a gentle approach. Let me explain. Typically, your teasing, your curt remarks, your things like that, your critical words, they signal a task failure. They signal a miscue in communication. Understand that when they have you show them or tease about a failure or a miscue somewhere, you are reminding them of their lack of perfection. And that lack of perfection may be funny to you, but it's not funny to your one box peep. If they burn the pizza, it's not funny. It's funny to you and teasing and picking and all that. It's not funny to your one box peep. Let me tell you why. You have to, don't forget to remember that your one box peep has an inner critic. And that inner critic has already been pelting them with criticisms and rebukes, and why did you do that? You should have checked it, over and over. And adding to their inner critic is overwhelming to them. So be careful about that. We don't enjoy, your one box peep does not enjoy curt remarks and critical words, teasing. They don't enjoy that. Tool number 2. Okay, again, 3 tools. Going to be simple, quick. Tool number 2. Because they will be crazy, loyal, and trustworthy in their relationship with you, they expect the same from you. Okay? They will be, if you have a peep that's a one box, you know that they are loyal and trustworthy. They will be that way to you, but also understand in your relationship with them, as you build better, they expect for you to be loyal and trustworthy. Be careful what you say that you'll do for your one box peep, because they trust you to do what you said you're going to do. And if you don't, it's difficult for them to move past it. Be careful just flippantly saying, oh, we can go do this, and oh, I'm going to be there for this. Be careful when you say that, because your one box peep trusts you. Trusts you, trusts your words, trusts your loyalty. So be careful that you follow through with that. Again, just a tool. They're going to be crazy, loyal, and trustworthy, and they need for you to be the same. Now, tool 3. Told you it's going to be quick, but so helpful if you'll do it. Tool 3. Your one box peep likes it when you notice that they did good. They like that. Some personalities couldn't care less. They could not care less. Your one box peep loves it when you notice that they did good. In fact, they need for you to tell them that they're good and that they're loved. When I walk into Pastor's office, my hunka burning love. When I walk into his office, there are sweet tokens of people's love and appreciation to him all over the place. Bookshelves, walls, his desk, notes and cards, all kinds of gifts and knickknacks everywhere. Bookshelves from church members, from school students that encompass over 20 years being here at Crestwood Baptist Church and Crestwood Christian Academy. All sorts of knickknacks and notes and cards and precious things. He's a one box. I've told you that. He's a one box. Each of those things are a token of love and appreciation. Things like that are important to a one box. They're very important to a one box. Things like that have meaning to them. They show your love and appreciation. They show them that you're good and that they love you. They enjoy things like that. Three tools for building a better relationship with your one box peep. Number 1, they do not enjoy your teasing, your criticism, or your curt remarks. Number 2, they need your loyalty and trustworthiness. And number 3, notice it when they do good, and tell them and show them that they are good. It's so very important. Now, let's get some needed tools in our belt to build better relationships with our two box peeps. 3 tools, again, just three tools in your 2 box peeps to help when you build better relationship with your 2 boxes. Tool number 1 is a communication tool. I need to say this too. If you want to study this stuff further, there's a book by Suzanne Stabile called The Path Between Us. That'll help with all of this. A lot of these thoughts, I'm not quoting it verbatim. These are some things that I've noticed with my peeps. I'm not quoting it, but it'll help you in studying it. I just needed to say that real quick, but while I was remembering this. So here we go. 2 boxes. 3 tools. Number 1. I love this. When your 2 box peep says, I'm fine, I'm good, I'm fine, you're going to need to dig a little deeper and find some clever ways to get them to tell you how they honestly and truly feel. That's so important. They want to ignore their needs and only pay attention to your needs. But in order to get them to open up, they say, "Oh, I'm fine." Dig a little deeper. Dig a little deeper and find some clever ways to get them to tell you how they honestly feel. Your 2-box peep, I'm just going to be straight with you, they are afraid that if they tell you that they're not fine, you won't want to connect with them anymore. Yeah. Their relationship with you defines them. It gives them purpose. It gives them meaning. They want to connect with you. If they tell you that I'm just not fine, I'm just not good, they're afraid you're going to disconnect with them and don't want to be around them anymore. You don't want a relationship with them anymore. Oh my goodness. And that would just mortify them. If they tell you what they truly need, they risk you not wanting to meet that need. Does that make sense? If they tell you, "Oh, I'm not good, I'm struggling here," what they're doing, they are risking that you won't want to meet that need. And the pain of handling that disappointment is often not worth it to them. So you're going to need to make sure that you don't reject them when they do reveal the issues and their needs to you. So the tool is when your 1-box peep says, "Oh, I'm fine, I'm good," you need to dig a little bit deeper and find some clever ways to get them to tell you how they honestly feel. Just throwing it out there, I typically ask questions, leading questions about them, about how they're feeling and things like that. And that a lot of times gets them to open up. Can I give you an insider's tip? Okay, this will help you so much with your 2-box peep. Abnormal behavior equals unmet needs. Okay? When a 2-box has unmet needs, they're going to display anger or sometimes emotional responses that don't fit their normal pattern of behavior. What am I talking about? Typically a response it'll be a response that I look at and scratch my head and say, "Really? Where did that come from?" And that was just plain ugly. A lot of times it's verbal anger or a temper tantrum. You say an adult has a temper tantrum? Yes, they do. Adults have temper tantrums too, just like the children do. And a lot of times with your 2-box peep, they will display that abnormal behavior because their needs are not being met. There are some unmet needs there. So abnormal behavior equals unmet needs. Again, just a freebie for you. Tool number 2. Here we go. Tool number 2. Your 2-box peep needs to verbally process things. Verbally process things. Many boxes can mentally walk through a day or a tough encounter or a decision, but your 2-box peep, they need to talk it out. Now watch this. This is how you can build better. You ready? When my 2 peeps get into this communication, this mode of communication, they don't necessarily want me to solve their problems, okay? They just need to sort things out using words. They just need to sort things out using words. So be patient and listen. Just be patient and listen. Well, they just talk this out. Okay. Right. They need to verbally process. So a tool for you, just be patient. Be patient and listen because they have to verbally process it, not mentally process it. Tool number 3. This tool, let me give you a segue here. This tool is for your close 2-box peeps, your inner circle, your spouse, your children, that bestie or that dearest, some of your close family members. This is for your close 2-box peep, not just acquaintances, a random co-worker in your office that you're trying to get along with at the 2-box. This isn't necessarily for them. This is for your close ones, the more intimate of your 2-boxes. Tool number 3, understand that your 2-box peep enjoys affection. They enjoy affection. It's a way that they feel connected to you. It's a kind of a relational security blanket. I'll say this, COVID restrictions, they hurt 2-box peeps big time. So who is affected most? Other than 6-box peeps, which we'll get to that eventually. 2-box peeps, oh my goodness, it affected them big time. Why? Because that 6 feet rule, that 6-foot rule, you got to stay 6 feet apart. You can't come near each other. That broke their hearts. Because they really do need and enjoy what one of my sweet peeps at church calls it, hugs and loves. Hugs and loves. They really do need that, that affection. And then along with this tool, I'm going to add this very vital nugget for you, just a freebie. If you're in a close relationship with the 2-box, they need for you to tell them this. You ready? You don't need to do anything or be anything for me to love you. I'm not going anywhere. I love you for you. Yeah, they need for you to tell them that. That's so helpful for your 2-box peep. You don't need to do anything because that's what they want. They want to do a whole bunch of stuff, and I'm going to say it in just a second again, or be anything for me to love you. They think that they have to continually do something to earn your love. To earn it. Convince them that they don't. Convince them that you're not going anywhere and that you love them for who they are. Such verbiage that takes the pressure off. It takes the pressure off of your 2-box peep to be constantly trying to earn your love and affection and attention. So, let me conclude today with a really neat example in God's Word. Let's consider the Lord Jesus. He had a 2-box peep. He did. He had a 2-box peep. So let's see, and Luke, take your Bible and go to Luke chapter 10. Let's see how Jesus dealt with Martha in Luke chapter 10. Verse number 38. Now it came to pass as they went and entered into a certain village, and a certain woman named Martha received him into her house. And she had a sister called Mary, which also sat at Jesus' feet and heard his word. But Martha. Can you see this as a 2-box peep? Oh my goodness, this does not scream 2-box. I don't know what does. But Martha was cumbered about much serving, and came to him and said, Lord, dost thou not care that my sister hath left me to serve alone? Watch what she did. She's like bossing Jesus around. Cracks me up. She's bossing him around. Bid her therefore that she help me. And Jesus answered and said unto her, Martha, Martha, thou art careful and troubled about many things, but one thing is needful, and Mary hath chosen that good part which shall not be taken away from her. I love this. Would you like a biblical example of how to treat and handle your 2-box peep? Let's look at it. Jesus was gentle, yet honest about how she was acting. Martha, Martha. That's so gentle, such gentle tones. He was gentle with her, but he was honest. You're careful and troubled about many things. Jesus made sure that she knew that he saw and acknowledged her cumbersome serving. He acknowledged it. He saw it. She needed him to. She needed it for Jesus to see that you're cumbered about much serving, that you're careful and troubled about many things. She needed Jesus to see that. And he did. He was gentle and honest about how she was acting. He made sure that he saw and acknowledged her cumbersome serving. But Jesus stops Martha and makes sure that she understands that he just wanted her, not all the things that she was doing for him. I just want you. I just want you, not all the stuff you're doing for me. I just want you. Jesus wanted Martha to choose to relax in his presence. And I quote, relax in his presence. What a great message to convey to your 2-box peep. I just want you, not what you can do for me, not what you can be for me. I just want you. So try these things out on your 2-box peep. Your 3 tools to building better relationship with 2. You ready? First tool, when they say I'm fine, find some clever ways to dig a little deeper. Number 2, your 2-box needs to verbally process things. Just be patient, let them talk. And then number 3, they enjoy affection. They need your verbal affirmation that you love them for who they are, not what they do for you. And then let's go ahead and try this stuff out on your one box peep. First tool, they do not enjoy your teasing or your criticism or your curt remarks. They don't enjoy that at all. Number two, they need your loyalty and your trustworthiness. And then number three, notice when they do good and tell them and show them that they are good. Just a few tools in our tool belt to help us build better relationships with our one box peeps and our two box peeps. Lord willing, next week, Lord willing, we're going to discuss the tools for boxes 3 and 4. So hang around, stick with me, and we're going to put some tools in our tool belt. 3 tools for each box to help us build better relationships with those around us. Don't forget, Lydia at 11 in her journey to remain cancer-free. Now go be amazing today.